It's been in the oven for exactly 1 hour and a half. So now I'm just opening this to put the potatoes and onions, the potatoes and carrots in. But that's how it looks after an hour and a half. You can see it's not done. It's a little tender in some spots, but nowhere near how I like to eat mine. So this is gonna go back in. But I gotta add those carrots and potatoes. Now, just take your potatoes and go around. Try to get them in the juices as much as you can. This was a potato and a half that I chopped up. I actually wasn't able to use the other one. We like a lot of potatoes in ours, so I try to squeeze as many in as I can. Now, you don't have to use the potatoes and carrots if you don't want to. I like mine that way. These carrots and potatoes have already been washed and rinsed very good. So just get how many you can get in there. And once I'm done adding all of this, it's gonna go back into the oven for probably 45 minutes to another hour. When I bring it back out, this roast is gonna be very tender, flavorful, and I'm gonna add in a solution to get some gravy. Some people eat theirs like that with the juices just like that, but I don't. I like gravy. So, you see how that's nowhere near tender yet. This one is a little more tenderer than this one. But you'll see when I come back that this is going to be falling apart. Now that's all you do for this step. I did not add anything else additional. I just took it out the oven. So I'm just going to recover it and stick it right back in. Now we want to allow these potatoes and carrots to fully cook through. And once you're able to take your knife or fork and just, oh, that's hot. Just stick it through the potatoes and carrots is when you'll know it's done. But like I said, I like gravy, so I'm going to do an additional step to it that I'll show you guys when I come back. Okay, so we're back, and it's been exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes later. So this is how it's looking. You can see it's way, way more tender. It's just coming apart at this point. So, look at the potato. You see it's coming apart. So you can stick your fork, your knife through this, because you want this well done. And like I said, you want this tender. You see how I'm just lifting it up and it's coming apart? That's how you want it to look. So, you can really just eat it like this if you want. You can just start cutting your pieces, whatever else you made for your meal. But you see these juices? It's the broth from the roast beef, but it's not actually gravy, it's the broth of it. So what I do right now is this. So in this cup right here, I have 3 tablespoons of flour and just some water. And that's how much water I put in there. Now this is just gonna create this for gravy. That's all that's gonna do. You can do the roux, but I don't like to do the roux if I just put something in the oven. I normally like to do my roux when I seared something. So for instance, if I would have took this roast and seared it on my stove top, then I would have had the drippings from the roast beef. I would have created some onions. I would have put some oil, some flour, and made it into a roux. And I would have took these drippings, the roast beef solution, and I would have just poured that all over in the pot, which I'm going to show you guys in a later video how I actually do the roux. I normally do it with like oxtails, if I'm making cube steak and rice, stuff of that nature that I have to already like fry or get it going a little, and it'll leave drippings from the pan to make the gravy better. I don't really like to make the gravy starting from scratch without any of the pan dripping. So since this was a recipe that I just put in the pot and just added whatever I added and put it in the oven, it was no need for me to do that. So this was just a simple way just to get you some gravy. As you can see right now, it's already gravy in it up. And I just added 4 tablespoons of flour and water. You can add beef broth if you want, but this roast should already be seasoned enough where you don't need that. Now, just to get the gravy more incorporated, all I'm gonna do is stick it back in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then it'll be done. And then I'll make my sun plate and show you guys the final result. But as you can see, everything is tender. See, you can just cut right through it. Cut right through it. This, you don't even need to actually cut in. It's just coming apart. It's coming apart. That's what you want it to do. And like I said, look at that, already gravying up. This is a quicker way, but like I said, if you don't want to follow this process, feel free to create your own roux. Both ways is going to be tasting exactly the same. It's just that, like I said, I don't like to do the roux if I didn't sear on the stove. I like my drippings in my gravy. So since this wasn't going to get me any drippings, I'll do it this way. And this is a fun, quick, easy way that you can do it. So I'm going to stick this back in the oven for approximately 15 minutes, I want to say. No longer than that, because it's already done. I just want to get the gravy going, flowing through a little more. And I'll be back to make the plate. Okay, so I'm back with the video, and this is the final results. So as you can see, it done gravied up. It's tender. You see how good that looks? This kitchen smells amazing. And look how simple it was to get this good gravy. Potatoes is well done. The carrots. Now, I've already started making my son plate. I only did vegetables, just some fried corn and white rice. So I'm just going to put the roast beef on top of that so you guys can see the finish. And we love gravy over here. So this is my oldest son plate, so I better give him some more meat. But you see that? Very, very tender. Very flavorful. And a simple recipe. Very, very simple. And there it is. The roast with the fried corn, potatoes and carrots, the onions, the bell peppers, And he finna grow up now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. So this was the finished result. And thank you for watching this recipe. I hope you guys try it and enjoy it.